Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I will be talking about my first impressions of the drama To My Star 2. To My Star 2 is a romance web drama led by Hyun and Kang. It is the second season to the drama To My Star, and if you haven't seen that yet, I obviously recommend watching that first. Also, don't watch this video because this video is full of spoilers for both the first season and the first 2 episodes of season 2. Most of the web dramas that I watch are BL series, and they tend to be, or at least they used to be, 10 to 15 minutes per episode, usually 6 to 8 episodes. And now we're seeing a great thing in that we're getting longer episodes. So the reason I decided to do a first impressions for To My Star 2, there are a few. First, I absolutely loved To My Star. It was one of my favorite dramas of last year and definitely my favorite BL of last year. So I was very excited for season 2. So I really want to talk about it. The second reason, and actually a bigger reason that I'm making this video, is because the episodes are now 25 minutes each, and we will apparently get 12 episodes. So there's more to talk about. There's more that's going to happen. And so I felt that I could make this video and not, have to wait till the middle of the season in order to have something to talk about. So briefly, in the first season, we meet Seo Jun and Ji Woo, who are both kind of in bad places. Seo Jun is a famous actor who kind of hits a bump in his career and has to hide. And then Ji Woo is a very talented chef, but he is working for someone else and he's barely, getting by, has to rent a house from someone he knows so that he has a lower rent and stuff like that. So they're both in bad places and they meet and they connect. And again, watch the first season. I loved the first season. I felt that the first season was perfect. I don't think it needed a second season. However, I think there are so many things that can be explored, based on the first season. So that's why I was so excited for season 2. I'm usually not a big fan of second seasons because they tend to ruin everything or just bring in unnecessary drama. But I feel that with To My Star, there was already drama there to begin with, I've seen people be really mad about the first 2 episodes of season 2, kind of like, oh, you're starting unnecessary drama. And I'm like, there was drama in season 1. Granted, it might not have felt like it because it was so short, but there was angst and drama already in the first season. And I feel like the second season is just building upon that. Also, when it comes to second seasons, I am not a fan of second seasons that don't bring in, they don't bring back a full cast, or at least the most important characters. But with this, for me, I was just like, I just need the main 2 actors and I'm fine if others are not there. But I'm also very happy that everyone came back, so we get to see, familiar faces, plus they're gonna bring in, new faces. Because if they made a second season and let's say exchanged one of the main actors, I would not have watched it. I would just pretend it doesn't exist. So the second season, we start off with heartbreak. We ended season 1 on a happy note, and then we learn that Ji Woo left Seo Jun and he only left a note and disappeared. And we start off there. So I'm actually really happy that we're starting in the negative, because then, obviously we have to move towards the positive, right? So I don't agree with people who say that they just want happy, fluffy second season, because let's be honest, there is no story without conflict. There has to be some sort of conflict in order to tell a good story. As someone who loves storytelling, I am very happy that we have introduced conflict so early on, because now we get to delve deep and resolve that conflict. That's the point, right? And I do believe that we are still gonna get, already in these 2 episodes, we got a lot of really nice scenes. Granted, they were flashbacks, but still, we got some nice scenes. So let's talk about the main 2 characters. I have very little to say about Seo Jun, even though he is the one that really leads these 2 episodes. We are following him and we see his struggle and his, coping with the situation. He was left by Ji Woo, he has been searching for Ji Woo for a year, which that's a long way to search for someone who has disappeared, you know? And it is true that, you know, many different scenarios can pop into your head. Like he said, you know, at first he thought there was just some problem. Then he thought he maybe has a terminal illness, which is something I thought as well. I was like, please, let's not go there. let's not go with the illness storyline. I think what made Seo Jun search for Ji Woo for so long, besides his love for him, is the fact that he didn't get any closure, right? And I completely understand that. I'm someone who needs closure, you know, in order to move on. Now, on the other hand, I feel like there is a lot to talk about when it comes to Ji Woo. Already in season 1, he was the more intriguing character for me, not because I don't like Seo Jun, but because of Ji Woo being so closed off and guarded. And that always, you know, makes me more intrigued by the character, because I want to know what happened. I want to know why they're like that. And on the other hand, Seo Jun is very expressive, and I would say he's full of energy, and sometimes maybe that energy is a bit overwhelming. I feel that both of them have issues, and I feel that we hopefully will delve into those issues. So obviously the first thing that we are wondering is why the hell he left. Why he left the way he did. And we get something in the 2 episodes, but I don't think it is actually the truth. He tells, you know, the reasons to Seo Jun. They might be things that he actually struggles with, but I think he said those things in order for Seo Jun to leave him alone and, you know, to hurt him. Because I've seen a lot of people in the comments be really angry with Ji Woo, and I get it. What he did is not a nice thing to do, but these are characters, and what really makes me excited is to talk about why a character might do something. And when we fight, in general, when people fight, we have a tendency to say mean things to the person we're fighting with, and the closer we are to the person, the more we know that person, the more likely we are to say things that hurt that person because we know them, right? And so I feel like this was more of him protecting himself, kind of like trying to push Seo Jun away, and not the actual reasons. Because let me clarify, I feel that if these were his actual reasons, he would have told Seo Jun in his face. We need to look at the first season, how he behaved in the first season. In the first season, he was like, he didn't hold back. He was pretty straightforward with Seo Jun from the get-go, that he didn't like him, that, you know, what he didn't like about him. Whenever there was a problem, he told him, until the incident with his friend that, you know, wanted to blackmail Seo Jun. Ji Woo wanted to protect Seo Jun, and in his head, the only way to do that was to leave Seo Jun behind. And that's when he lied to him. He told him that he was uncomfortable with what they did. To me, that shows a pattern of behavior. And I feel that if these were the reasons, and he actually didn't love Seo Jun anymore, he would have told him that. I think the reason he left only a note is because he felt that he wouldn't be able to leave if he actually talked to Seo Jun. And I think whatever happened is he either wants to protect Seo Jun or protect himself, or something happened that made him react this way, because it doesn't have to be the same as it was in season 1. Actually, I wish it's not, because we obviously want a little bit of a difference, right? But I feel that it's a similar situation where he was pushed into a corner somehow, and that's his reaction. His reaction was to flee. He also does have abandonment issues, and I feel Seo Jun does as well, but they just react differently, right? Seo Jun is like, he kind of clings to the person, while Ji Woo kind of pushes away the person because he's afraid they're gonna leave him first. I do, however, think that it's not just his abandonment issues that are acting up, because why would he be together with him in the first place then, right? They seem to be together for a while. Like, Seo Jun has been searching for Ji Woo for a year, but from the flashbacks, it does look like they've been together for a while. They didn't say how long, but I would say at least for a year, and I feel it's probably longer, because, you know, they moved to a different place together. There seems to be a lot of things that happen, like they seem to be engaged, or maybe at least have some sort of a promise ring. And you don't just do that after 2 months, right? So I feel like they've been together for a while, so why now? Why is this happening now? And I feel like that's what we're gonna be exploring, you know, going forward. Another telling moment is the flashback in episode 2 where Seo Jun says to Ji Woo that whenever he's uncomfortable, doesn't want to talk, or is upset, he starts organizing or cleaning. And he really does that. Ji Woo, even in the first season, I love that they really tied in, you know, the first and second season. It doesn't feel like these two characters suddenly got a personality transplant and are not the same people anymore. So if we look in the first season, there are many moments when Ji Woo is at the sink and then he tells Seo Jun what he doesn't like or what he's upset about. And the same thing happened when Seo Jun visited Ji Woo. He went straight to the sink and started cleaning when Seo Jun, you know, attacked him with questions. So I feel that that is another sign that, you know, what he says is not all true, because he seems to be upset, right? He seems to be trying to avoid the situation, and that's what he does. More signs that he is still in love with Seo Jun though. One, he kept his shirt. It's one thing if he kept like a kitchen appliance, right? Something, let's say, expensive that you are not just gonna go out and buy again. But a shirt, something so personal and so easily replaceable, right? He kept the shirt. And when Seo Jun said, well, you don't care about me anymore, right? So you don't care if I take this. He didn't look like he wanted that. When it comes to Ji Woo, he's not very expressive when it comes to his emotions, and also when it comes to his face. Like, he doesn't really express his emotions as outwardly as Seo Jun does. It's all in the eyes. Like, you have to look at his eyes. And I think the actor, you know, Kang is really great at that. When they first meet, you know, his eyes just like slightly open up in surprise. And then when Seo Jun takes the shirt, he also looks upset that he did that. And when it comes to this ring that they're mentioning, we haven't seen, you know, the scene where they have exchanged rings or anything yet, but it seems to be some sort of a promise ring. If Ji Woo kept the shirt, I bet he kept the ring as well. He doesn't seem like the type of person to just keep a shirt and throw a ring away. To me, it looks like that Ji Woo is still clinging onto this relationship. So I am very excited to learn the truth. I really, really, really hope it's a good reason. I am absolutely in love with the cinematography. I feel like the season 2 is an upgrade in visuals from season 1. Already season 1 was beautiful, but this, I feel that they have a bigger, definitely have a bigger budget. So I feel like you can definitely see that in the way it's filmed. I also love the juxtaposition of the present and the past using the doors. You know, there are I think there are at least 3 scenes where we have a scene from the past and then juxtaposed to the scene from the present with, you know, a character walking through a door or opening the door, and then the scene changes. And I love that. I think my favorite one is like the first one we see when Seo Jun just walks into his apartment, but I feel like that transition was the most seamless. But I also love the ending of episode 2 where, you know, we see the scene from the past when what a difference it is, right? When Ji Woo walks in and he is happy and like, oh, I brought you clothes. And then in season 2, he's serious. And he's also dressed in all black in the second scene, while in the first one, he has a lighter colored shirt on. So also how they use lighter scenes for the past, and then the present, it's more dull and kind of more dreary looking. I always love that when directors do that. I absolutely love the director of this drama. Her name is Hwang Da-se. I have never been a fan of a director before. I actually don't know directors by name. Sometimes I will know like, oh, this, I kind of check out, oh, this director directed this, and this writer wrote this and this, but I have never known their names. This is the first time, and that is because I have loved every single thing I've seen from her. And it's just, she has a way of bringing emotions to the screen. I love just everything she does, and I am really, really excited to follow her career. Never been a fan of a director before, but I am now. Overall, I am very excited to watch the second season. I have been waiting for this since the first, rumors started last year, and I'm in love with these characters, and hopefully I will be in love with the story as well. I love the first 2 episodes. I don't care that we have angst and unhappiness right now, because I would rather have angst and unhappiness in the beginning rather than at the end, because then at the end you get really anxious and you don't know how things are going to end. But if we start with a heartbreak, we're not going to end with a heartbreak, right? I mean, I feel that if you make a second season to a very beloved series, drama, whatever, and you know that the fans want more, you're not gonna break up that couple, are you? I don't think that's gonna happen. I have trust in Hwang Daser because everything I've seen was amazing. So even though she didn't write this, I feel that I can trust her. So let me know, what do you think about To My Star Season 2? Did you like the first 2 episodes? What were your favorite moments or least favorite moments? Whatever you want to tell me down in the comments below. You can check out more of my videos here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!